They chose someone else and regretted it every day since because you're the one they'll never forget. Blessings chosen one. They chose someone else, and somewhere in the quiet moments when the noise dies down and there is nobody left to perform for, they know they made the wrong choice. Stay to the end of this important short transmission from Spirit for you, because what you're about to hear is going to land in the place you stop letting anyone reach. This is not about them. This is about you. The you they underestimated, the you they overlooked, the you they replaced and discovered could not be replaced. Here is what they did not tell you when they chose someone else. They compared everyone after you to you. The new person, they do not understand me like you did. The new relationship, it doesn't feel the way it felt with you. The family that sided against you, quietly asking, where are they now? Your absence became the standard nobody else could meet. Your energy became the measuring stick every replacement failed against. And your silence became the loudest thing in every room you were no longer in. Your standard burns their nervous system because you showed them what real looks like, and now everything else feels like a performance. The childhood lie is, if they chose someone else, you were not enough. So you started questioning yourself, replaying every moment, asking what you did wrong. Because somewhere in the body, you learned being chosen was proof of your worth. And it gets deeper. If you were truly valuable, they would not have let you go. So you made yourself smaller, quieter, more convenient, less of a disruption, hoping that this time they would choose to stay. And the most toxic version of the lie is this: the fact that they moved on means you were forgettable. So you carry the shame of being someone who was left while they are out here haunted by what they let go. You. But you are breaking that lie today, because being unchosen by the wrong room, being unchosen by the wrong room is source clearing the path for what was always yours. I'll say it again. Being unchosen by the wrong room is source clearing the path for what was always yours. Cycle breakers, kings and queens. For empaths, you loved them through every version of themselves, held their darkness, regulated their chaos, gave them safe harbor, and they chose someone easier to consume. Now they cannot find that safe harbor anywhere else because you were not giving a service. You were giving a frequency, and that frequency cannot be replicated. For black sheep, you told them the truth when everyone else performed belonging, called it out when it was wrong, refused to co-sign the lie, and they chose the ones who kept the peace. Now the peace feels hollow because they are surrounded by people who say what sounds good instead of what is true, and deep down they know the difference. For narcissists, targets, and survivors, you stayed through the cycles, through the patterns, through the moments that would have sent anyone else running. You stayed because you believed in the version of them they showed you in the beginning. They chose someone easier to control, and now they have lost the one person who saw them clearly and chose to stay anyway. for fire signs. You brought the kind of energy, the kind of realness, the kind of unfiltered sovereign presence that made every room more alive. And they call it too much. Now they are surrounded by dim and they know it. They called your fire too much because they could not handle being that close to someone who refused to perform. And let me say it the way the sovereign understands it. They did not choose someone better. They chose someone safer, someone who would not reflect back what they were not ready to face, someone who would not require them to rise. You required them to rise, and they were not ready. But that is not a reflection of your worth. That is a reflection of their readiness. Kings and queens, Source does not make the chosen one to be chosen by everyone. Source makes the chosen one to be chosen by the right ones. And the right ones are already being assembled on the other side of your sovereign alignment. Subscribe, like, comment. I am the one who got away. And share this video. Cycle breakers, empaths, narcissist survivors, black sheep, fire sign warriors, kings and queens. Here's what Spirit delivered through me to reclaim your crown in sovereignty. You are chosen. And being unchosen by the wrong room was never rejection. It was Source redirecting you toward the kingdom that was always already yours. In Chapter 1, the Earth School Lesson Plan, the beginning, you kept auditioning for rooms that had already decided you were too much. You kept shrinking, hoping that smaller would finally be enough for them. You kept choosing people who were not ready to choose themselves. And the Earth School lesson is this: you cannot be chosen by someone who has not yet chosen themselves. And no amount of shrinking will make you fit into a space that was never built for your sovereign frequency. In Chapter 2, you choose the ending. When you surrender to Source, when you stop auditioning for love, when you stop making yourself convenient for rooms that were never yours, you do not just get peace, you get alignment. You reclaim your crown and you stop being chosen last because you start choosing yourself first. And when you choose yourself first, Source assembles the people, the rooms, the opportunities that match the frequency of someone who knows their worth. You step into Birthright Inheritance not because someone finally chose you, but because Source already declared you chosen. Many shrink to be chosen. Maybe if I were less intense, maybe if I asked for less, maybe if I stopped needing so much, moving from one situationship to another, still waiting for someone to finally see their worth. So they stay in rooms that dim them, in relationships that drain them, because the fear of being unchosen again is louder than the sovereign knowing that they deserve more. Real cycle breakers show up anyway, imperfect, consistent, sovereign. They may grieve being unchosen without making it mean they are unworthy. They exit the rooms that require them to shrink with dignity, not desperation. They stop auditioning and start declaring. They trust that what Source has assembled on the other side of their alignment is worth the walk through the unchosen season. Real cycle breakers do not just heal from being unchosen. They become unignorable. They do not just move on, they move up. They get clarity. They stop mistaking availability for alignment. They get standards. They stop accepting rooms that require them to earn belonging. They get favor. Doors open that were never available when they were still shrinking. They move from being someone's second choice into being source's first assignment. You choose. The unchosen cycle where you keep making yourself smaller, more convenient, less sovereign, hoping that this time they will finally choose you, or alignment where you choose yourself so completely that the right people cannot help but choose you too. When your crown is restored, your abundance blueprints activate. Discernment activates. You stop calling unavailability potential. Standards activate. You stop accepting rooms that require you to earn your place. Magnetism activates. You stop chasing and start attracting, because sovereign frequency does not chase, it calls in. That is throne ready. And one day soon, the ones who chose someone else will say it out loud, I should have chosen them. But by then, you will be so far aligned, so deeply sovereign, so completely home in your own frequency, it will not even register. But because you will already be living the life they were never brave enough to be chosen for. Remember who you are. You were never the wrong choice. Your kingdom awaits. Let's reign together, Crown Tribe. Thank you for watching. Namaste.